Stan Gibilisco here, proprietor and operator of the website sciencewriter.net, which you are looking at an image of before you now. I've got a bunch of links on here that ought to interest you. My books available at Amazon, which remains, I believe, the most popular online bookstore, the most widely used. Complete bibliography of all my works, explanations for the chapter-ending quizzes and final exams in a number of my books, a link to interesting research sites that I have found, a link to the neutrino lab here in my hometown of Leeds, South Dakota. If you're using a tablet, you can hit tablet site and get a little more tablet-friendly page. A link to all the boo-boos I've made that have been brought to my attention in my books in recent years. A link that you can mail me at, and then, of course, a link to my YouTube channel, which you are looking at right now. But what I'd like to do in this video is look at the website Google Books. Google Books. Now, just yesterday or the day before, I did a little review of Google Play, largely instigated by an email I got from the Authors Guild, admonishing me and all of the other members of that organization that Google is stealing their work. So I explored that site and tried to come to a conclusion about that myself, and my conclusion was, I'm no lawyer and I can't debate the fine points of the law, but I can see the big picture, and it looks like Google is doing me a heck of a lot more good than harm. Well, that was Google Play, which you can hit here if you go to books.google.com, and then you can go to Google Play from there. But what I'd like to do is look at Google Books and just search on my last name, Gibilisco, and see what pops up. Teach Yourself Electricity and Electronics, 5th edition. My most successful book has been in print since 1992, I believe. Over 20 years. Maybe 1993, 1994. I remember writing it in 1992, so it must have come out in 1993. I remember I was extremely ill when I wrote the most mathematical part of that book, and to the best of my knowledge, there isn't a single typo in it. I'll tell you about that someday in my Writer's Yammerings channel, if I ever set up such a thing. But let's look at this now, just a second here. Let's go to Stan Gibilisco and look at all my books here. Well, there's quite a lot of books available, and as far as I know, this is just a bookstore. But let's see what happens when I actually click on this book. Teach Yourself Electricity and Electronics. Get this book in print. Do you want it in print? You can buy it. Well, let's see what happens. About the author, preface. Where's the rest of this book? Well, let's find out. Is it right here? Many of the books in Google Books come from authors and publishers who participate in our partner program. For these books, our partners decide how much of the book is browsable, and that would be McGraw-Hill. Anywhere from a few sample pages to the whole book. Well, I'm pretty sure McGraw-Hill wouldn't agree to having the whole book on there, so I don't know. I don't think they would allow that, but I do believe they have allowed these books to be here, so Google isn't breaking the law here as far as I know. They are providing some snippets. I can't really see. View book. Let's see what happens here. View book. From inside the book, 86 pages. Here's page 293. Here's well, now I'm not getting much luck as to seeing a lot of this. Where's the rest of this book? Buy the book. Buy the e-book. Good for the web, tablet, all that sort of stuff. Well, yeah, how much I wonder? $19.22. That's a discount. They want me to sign in to continue, but I have a copy of this book already, so I don't need to do that. So, as far as I can tell here, I'm not having my copyright privileges infringed upon by this. Alternate part 3, basic electronics, view all. Well, I don't know. I don't know exactly how this is working. But I just can't see it. I can't see any violation here. All I can see is that I'm getting more public exposure. And as far as I'm concerned, the more, the better. That's what I use the internet for, by the way. There's been a lot of controversy about that, well, about privacy on this public medium. Isn't that an oxymoron? Oh well. Whatever. I'm not seeing any way to actually expand these pages out and get a better look at them. So I don't know exactly how this is going to work, but I don't see any violation here. Stan Gibilisco, back to the space station, where I can live in my fantasy world, ignorant of all the horrible things that the internet might or might not be doing to me. Sure don't want to get paranoid now. Sure don't want to do that. Anything but that. Stan Gibilisco, signing off. Until next time. So long.